Alright, welcome back everybody. Sorry about that. We're just gonna stream off Facebook Live for tonight. Sorry about that. We're hoping to bring you some better video quality, but the audio issues. Alright, so we are in Portland, outside the federal courthouse. It's 10:11. Insert whatever 12 joke you want to there. 10:11. You know. Anyway, there's been a little bit of activity. There was somebody dressed in just boxers jumped the fence and went to grab a bunch of traffic cones. The feds ran out and tackled him and then just dragged him back into the federal courthouse. Is everything better? How's the video and audio? Hey Kiana, Jesse. Alright, cool. We open. Sorry about that. I was getting really frustrated. Deep breathing exercises and lots of water. Yeah, there's a speaker to our left. There's a... What is in the... Is that the... There we go. I was wondering what's in the picture. Alright, so what's new today is they put a concrete barriers on both sides of the fence now. Wait. Yeah, they did, because now I was tripping myself up because I wasn't sure. But remember I showed you those plates that they welded yesterday to reinforce the fence, and now there's these concrete barriers there, which I feel like is a double-edged sword because people have been using it to stand on and jump on. I'm probably gonna stand on it just to get some better shots, like that guy right there. There's a fire where the elk statue was over there to your left. I mean, not as many people, but still a sizable group. What else? Hello, Michelle. I don't know what day it is, Roy. Hello, Rachel. Yeah, you can just... It's a hop, skip, and a jump. What a weird saying. Where did that come from? Anyway, some of the Walla moms are here. There's some disabled vets here. The dads with the leaf blowers. Yeah, I'm moving. We're just trying to fix stuff. Hold your horses. Hold your horses now. It's gonna be okay. So this is the Justice Center right there, and you can see those little square holes cut out. Those are murder holes. I think it was Friday. It was Friday that I saw Portland PD using those. Mind you, so this is what we're dealing with here is the Department of Homeland Security, Federal Protective Services, more specifically the Border Patrol's tactical unit, which is BORTAC. You'll see it on their shoulder patches. So that's essentially Border Patrol's SWAT team. So special weapons and tactics. Yeah, last night did turn bad, not to the level that it was on, I don't even know what day it is, on Saturday. Not as much CS gas, but they used a lot of flashbangs and smoke grenades yesterday. Horse is holding. Yeah, there's a news article this morning about more feds showing up. And then we know Chicago might be a thing we see soon. Plus, I mean, it's Monday. Nobody likes Mondays. And I'm sure it'll turn manic after the last few nights. Xi Jinping. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so we did see a new addition yesterday to the federal authorities, a new agency, or I'm not sure if it's technically an agency or just a unit or branch of the Department of Homeland Security, but it was the Raid Prevention Squad is whom we saw yesterday, who were a big fan of the flashbangs and the smoke grenades. And I was gonna do research today to look at what they do. Totally forgot. So I have no further information for you on that. I will look it up when I get home.
Take to the streets, fuck the police. Take to the streets.
So I mean, the situation is that the city doesn't want the feds here. State doesn't want the feds here. The people don't want the feds here. The city council doesn't want the feds here. But the feds are here. Trump swishes his command, I suppose. I'm not sure if they're deployed in Chicago yet. Talk is they will be. Talk is Denver as well, which is my hometown. Crowd control munitions. I think he said this is the last warning. I should have bought stock in White Claw at the beginning of this. And I don't know, if you watched the stream yesterday, we saw 2 women get tackled and pinned to the ground by 4 officers each with their knees on either of their backs. It was a little intense. And then I saw 3 or 4 other individuals also get taken away, thrown into a Department of Homeland Security police cruiser. Nah, never drink a White Claw, never will. Oh, the guy dancing from last night, that was one for the books. Imagine being so into the rhythm that you just stand in a cloud of CS gas and still get down. So every night this happens, that guy's got a smooth voice. Definitely missed his calling as like a jazz radio DJ or something. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Follow us for the live updates. And also, your donations brought us out here. Your donations keep us out here. So give us a little if you can. And if you want us to go to new places, different places, that's how we do it. I'm gonna throw this mask on. How are you guys tonight? How was your Monday? One more second. So hold your horses. Just getting stuff ready, okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Hey, what's up, Oregon?
This is that shit that the pump will say when we talk it to a full sending love and relay. Shaking in the boat.
Reality TV show. Alright, cool. So, last night they did this weird show of forest thing in a line. Like 20 Department of Homeland Security right here. And I cold, the person that ends up flanking us from the other side of the block up here. And like, when they end up pushing the protesters separate blocks, and end up splitting people up, that's really the most effective tactic to disperse everybody. But usually at first we see like a cycle of the feds will come out, they'll throw a couple CS grenades, fire some pepper balls at the fence. The protesters will back up, throw the CS gas canisters back, and then they'll retreat back into the courthouse right there, and then we'll just do it again. We did that for a few hours, multiple times, Friday, Saturday, and last night. So definitely some CS gas canister tennis. There's Olympic leaf blowing on both sides. And yes, leaf blowing is now a sport. So this is where the elk statue was, allegedly. Here at Meta Media, and we support transparency. We try to let everybody voice their opinions. Just you know when you're going too hard. I'm not really down with direct threats of violence and such. We got mods and we will give you warnings. I'm just speculating here, but the fence can work both ways, right? I'm sorry, the concrete barrier that get you halfway up that fence. I mean, I don't know if all the fence are in shape enough to be able to jump that both ways, but them having added that, it kind of gives them another route. If they need to get back inside the courthouse. Yeah. Just thinking out loud here. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think that fence is coming down. It took them a while to figure it out, but here we are. So, yeah, as far as numbers, I mean, definitely not 8,000 like there was on Friday, Saturday. It's still a sizable amount. There's a bunch of people in the park here. Food still being cooked, medical supplies being distributed. actually stuck in wind turbines.
Brother, who do you represent? I've seen him before.
Oh yeah.
Keep it up.
What's your gauge on tonight?
It's our first time, you know?
Oh, it's your first time?
Oh, yeah. We're here to... Sorry?
Protest today?
Yeah, so we're the first time here, so, you know, we're just trying to feel it out and support everybody.
Gotcha. How close you at?
We're nearby.
Alright, cool.
And,
Alright. He did not get my joke at all. That's fine.
I must have been mishearing. So they like created a thing. But I was covered.
So the girl and moms, they dress in yellow. Here's disabled vets. And just vets in general. Dads. I walked past where Riot Ribs was, and I mean, they're still cooking. I'm not sure if it's them specifically, but they're there.
Come pick me up. Well, you guys just like take the night off and show up late, have a party, shit like that. Pretty good dinner.
Please spread the word, let people know it's important to work in terms of our community. We want anyone and everyone to show up.
Did anybody get any information on those women that were arrested last night? Because I don't have an idea.
The entire corridor, and I was like, okay, and then now they're
I'm not here with that. What is going
Somebody I've been sitting in the room and doing. And I thought,
She was following me.
$22 charged federally over the weekend. Gotcha. Anyway, this is the worst that they come out of. Big news. There's a bunch right there for you. Alright, so the feds made one appearance tonight. I don't know if you guys saw on our first stream. A dude jumped the fence in Justice Boxes and went to grab a bunch of the traffic cones. And the feds jumped out, told him to get on the ground, and tackled him, and then they dragged him back into the courthouse. So it was kind of a weird way to start the night, but so hopefully he's heard from again. Yeah, that's why they call it Club Fed, you know? So, yeah, last week Ted Wheeler came out, and he was at the front line for, not sure exactly how long, but a sizable amount of time. He tried to speak to the protesters. They weren't having it. They didn't really want him there. They had a lot of interesting things to say. They said Ted Wheeler is a chain restaurant. Ted Wheeler beef shrimp cocktail with his hands. All sorts of horrible, horrible things. Yeah, I did, Rachel. But I heard he decided to come out here anyway. Surely not too worried about it.
Did you understand what he said?
Yeah, I basically said, stop messing with the fence, or we're gonna shoot crowd control meters we have to checkerboard. Yeah, Federal Protective Service.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I'm a reporter from Germany.
Really? Nice.
You? What about you?
Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What brings you out here? What are the optics like in Germany?
I mean, I'm based in DC as a US correspondent, but I just arrived 2 hours ago, and yeah, I mean, Germany is very interested in what's going on here, and yeah, it's.
Could you tell me what they say about it real quick? Would you mind?
I don't know what the public opinion now is, but we are very interested in, and we see that America is really in a mess with COVID and with the recession and with all these protests going on, and the election will not be safe. So I mean, it's. So
you guys are a little concerned for us, huh?
A little bit.
Okay.
But it's good for me. It's an interesting time. I mean, at least it's exciting time.
Yeah. When you see that. When you see them come out and you see gas, get as far away from here as you
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, be careful. It was nice meeting you.
Okay.
This is the time I wish I had business cards. Actually.
Yeah. Send me an email.
I will do.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's like, what did he say? They're a little bit worried for America. I'm like, that's kind of like an understatement. And he was kind of just dancing around the fact that you guys are insert explicit word here. I've been seeing a lot of reporters from Germany. My first night on Friday, I saw them. So yeah, I mean, I feel like they ran out of the big fireworks. If you guys saw Friday and Saturday, they had the big mortar shows that they were launching at the federal offices. And if you're just joining us, we're in Portland. This is the federal courthouse. There's been essentially a battle between the protesters and the Department of Homeland Security for a few days now. Few weeks? I don't know. Time doesn't seem to exist lately. Also, quick poll for the chat. If you're voting for Kanye 2020, can you just type an F in the chat for me? I'd appreciate it. On Fortnite munitions. Yeah, just just to elaborate on a comment I just saw, is you gotta understand, Antifa stands for anti-fascist, and you guys know what fascism is. I mean, it's essentially what Hitler built in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. You know, it's basically dictatorship. So some people have mentioned World War II was anti-fascist. You know, we invaded a fascist state because we're a threat to the world. So if you think of it in those terms, Antifa is just a little easier to understand, and it's the opposite of a Nazi, because Nazis are fascists. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I mean, you can. I mean, fascists use guns, anti-fascists use guns. Like that's kind of like not a valid statement. So, anyway, grammatical correction there. We saw, I don't know if anybody would mind looking it up for us, but I saw a new agency unit from Federal Protective Services, which was the Raid Prevention Squad. As I said, I was really curious to look it up for sleep deprivation and all that. But so clearly they're getting more reinforcements. If you check our page, we dropped an article earlier today saying that they're going to, the administration is going to send 100 more federal troops here to support the ones that are already here against the wishes of basically everybody in the Oregon government, and even more than that, more broadly. Anyway, you guys brought us out to Portland with your donations. Your donations keep us in Portland. Your donations for our work is greatly appreciated. We try hard to bring you neutral, unbiased coverage, be your eyes and ears on the ground. For those of you that can't be here, I don't see Fox News or CNN anywhere this evening. I wonder why that is.
More meaningfully involved.
But we'll be out here. We'll do the best we can to provide quality work. Yeah, I mean, this is always like the calm before the storm, you know. They've issued a few warnings, so I mean, normally that means we're gonna see them either sooner or later. I mean, for the past 3 or 4 nights, they've just used diversionary tactics by doing a show of force at the front of the courthouse. What happens is they stack up on either side, on either block, and then they just do a pincer move and kind of trap everybody and then disperse them through separate blocks. And normally that tactic works pretty good for them because everybody gets disorganized. There doesn't often seem to be a rally point, and it impairs the communication with the protesters. Last night, I mean, there was still some conflict, there was still munitions fired, there was still a little craziness, but it was nothing compared to Friday and Saturday. Saturday was just some next level stuff. Like the amount of CS gas just completely saturated this whole park. When I returned the next day to stream, like 18 hours later, the entire park was just still saturated in CS gas, like you still couldn't breathe. And it had been tens of hours since it was used. I mean, that's the level of CS gas that they use. Talk about a protest fail. You gotta take a shot for that. Get it? Party fail, protest fail. Funny. But, lost my train of thought, sorry friends. So this new agency that I was mentioning, the Raid Prevention Squad, they didn't like their CS gas as much as their flashbangs and smoke grenades. So what we saw last night was a lot of, they do a show of force, they move the protesters up the block, like with pepper balls. They pop a smoke, fall back a block, and then just do it again until they got back to the courthouse. And lots of the military grade 9-bang flashbangs, which are incredibly loud. So the equipment that the federal officers are using is obviously a little bit better than what municipal police departments have. The federal government gets a little bit more funding, maybe a lot of bit more funding. And I'm sure you guys also had read about when the feds first arrived, they were driving around in unmarked vans and snatching people up, throwing them in the van, not read any rights, nothing like that, and in most cases just released a few hours later with no charges, no paperwork. Definitely some police state stuff. There's lots of talk about how does it violate the Constitution? Do they have the authority to do this? Is this right? Why did they do it in the first place? I mean, there's lots of questions surrounded around this. I think we all can agree that 2020 wasn't what I expected, to say the least. I will walk around a little bit. So there's some protesters on the barrier, overlooking the fence. These people need to be careful because there's murder holes, is what they're called, in the wall over here. So they're essentially wood hinged doors that you can lift up, pop the pepper balls out of. They can stick their telephoto lens out there and take pictures of people. They've also been using UV paint, just paint in general, to mark targets. I guess using paint is an old tactic that the police departments have used for a while, which I didn't know that. And I guess different color paints can signify different levels of threat. I do know that we want to stay away from the green laser pointer. Oh, and you guys can like my page, and if you go back a few days, I think on Saturday night, we posted a video. My gimbal in my phone took a rubber bullet directly to the phone. and I just took the back of the case off today, and it matches perfectly with a 40 millimeter rubber bullet. It's just shattered, and you can see the circle where it hit, and it just threw my phone flying like 6 feet. It broke my gimbal. And honestly, I'd rather the gimbal and my phone than my head, because my head was about 6 inches away. So taking a rubber bullet to the dome piece would have been terrible. I took enough of those over this weekend, but I mean, that's what we sign up for when we come out here. You know what I mean? I gotta be ready for that. There's a couple orders protecting press, but that doesn't always work. There was a group of 7 or 8 of us who were all pressed last night and trying to move forward to get some shots. And there was a guy in front of us. I think he took the CS canister back at them, and we were unfortunately in the line of fire, so the whole group of press got lit up with flashbangs and pepper balls. I mean, I do my best to figure out where to stand, but it's kind of like when you're taking a picture and you don't know what to do with your hands, or just when you don't know what to do with your hands in general. It's awkward. Like I'm talking with my hands right now, and I just realized that now I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm just gonna figure out what to do with my hands. So, they're starting a water fest. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I expect we're gonna see them any minute now. I don't think they're going to be too thrilled about that. So anyways, make sure you follow us. You'll see when we go live. We're trying to stay out here as long as we can. We're based in Denver. Off-Meta's been covering the protests since day one in Denver. So I've seen a lot in these few months. I've seen a lot, good and bad.
Well, how you doing tonight, Bruce?
Living the dream, man. How are you?
What do you think? About another half hour to take a pop at the crowd?
I think they'll be here any minute. They're not going to be too happy about that fire, so they'll be here.
They'll run right up and shoot the crowd through the fence?
Yeah.
And then run right back in again?
Yeah. And then we'll do it again.
And do it again.
2 hours
and then the side streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Later.
Yep. That seems to be the tactic. Alright. So, fire. But, mind you, brick and mortar building, right? Burn down the brick and mortar building. Ask yourself, what are chimneys made out of? Just ask yourself.
Can I hold it?
Thank you, Michelle. There's still having people filming here. Okay. I mean, people gotta understand this is having people be able to see what's going on is important, you know? And if anything, if there's anything that takes place that needs to be filmed, then you probably want that to be filmed. Oh, I guess they didn't run out. Just getting past some ammunition. We're about to see them any minute now. The camera phone is one of the, I don't know, should win a Nobel Peace Prize. It's played a pivotal part in a lot of things that have happened in the past 10, 20 years, right? Also, we were talking about, Ahmed and Anita was talking about going to Chicago. So, let us know in the comments if that's something you'd like us to do and if you can help support that. And something's a little fishy here. Yeah, so there's a fire. Yeah, I mean, the optics for this whole thing is definitely off, regardless of what side you're on of this. I think we all can agree that the narratives by all the media outlets have been completely skewed. I mean, you can watch what's going on here, and you'll hear different things from both sides, but either way, this is a snafu. S-N-A-F-U. Yeah, brick and mortar buildings don't really burn down.
They made a fire, Mommy! Oh, I think we did it! Oh, no, why, Mommy? Put it out! Oh, my God! Come on, you little untrained fox! Come on!
Yeah. Being from Denver, about 2 weeks after the protest started, Denver made a lot of progress with the police reform bill. You know, there was open conversation. The demands were listened to. There was different state representatives that got together to talk about things, and I mean, there was a little bit of progress made. So ask yourself, what's different in Portland that it had to get to this level? And there still hasn't been any progress as far as anything. I mean, no open communication, nothing's been passed. As far as what BLM asked of the city. So, I mean, people don't just come out and start a riot, you know? I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason people are still here, and there's a reason people are still upset. Crowd size estimate, 2,000. You can see some people in the park as well. But, also, about an hour ago, they declared this non-lawful assembly. So it's 11 in Portland. This is the federal courthouse. Also, the Portland Police and Department of Homeland Security isn't really supposed to work together, develop tactics together, but we always see them late at night. Like when most of the people come home, then they have their teams on the trucks with the girders on the side, about 10 to 12 Portland police officers, and they try to kind of rally people up. And I imagine it's easier for them to arrest them at the county level rather than the federal officers doing whatever federal officers do, federal officer things and stuff. So anyways, thanks for showing up. We'll be out here. We've been out here since Friday. I'm in Portland. And we're going to stay out here as long as we can. Make sure to follow for live notifications and subscribe on YouTube if you can, because we're trying to switch to YouTube as our platform. But we need some more subscribers. We need 1,000. So if half of you go and do that right now, we would greatly appreciate it. And the prize that we will give you is nothing except your own sense of accomplishment for helping out independent media. I might you can't burn down a courthouse. I mean, it's a mess. So, also let's hope that the CS gas stays away from the fire, because it can make hydrogen cyanide when it's burned. And that's why a lot of these CS canisters are from as early as 2001, and they expire. So the longer they sit around after they're expired, they can make even worse chemicals. Yeah, I saw pictures of that supposed water cannon that's been on the way for however many weeks. That thing looks pretty nuts. The fact that that needs to be made just kind of blows my mind. There's some articles you can read quoted from the former chief of police for Oregon, and he actually said that the last thing the government wants to do in this type of situation is invent federal authorities into the mix, you know? Because that will only piss people off more. And here we are, you know? Here we are. Yeah, thanks for supporting us either way. Thanks for supporting independent media. It's the only way I knew what was truly going on in Minneapolis those first few days. And that's kind of what motivated me to start doing this, you know, because everything that I saw on mainstream media was a stark contrast to what I was actually seeing on the ground from those live streamers that were there since day one. Yeah, that's the common consensus that DHS is overstepping the jurisdiction. And if you're not on federal property and you're not committing a federal crime, then the federal authorities don't have the power to arrest you. I mean, that much is true. We know that's true. And we've seen that happen, so... any minute now. I'm sure they're not thrilled about a fire on their fence. They really, really love this fence. They have some weird attachment to it. I guess they found $26,000 a day because they were renting it. But looking at the fence now, I'm pretty sure they probably had to buy it. I mean, they welded it, there's holes in it, we've seen better days, that's for sure. I don't know, just different people like different things, you know, we shouldn't judge people for their interests. If you're a fan of fences, then that's fine too, I guess. The city of Portland is fining the federal authorities every day that the fence is here because it's obstructing the it's obstructing the bike lane. And I'm gonna stay here for a second because I feel like this is a good spot, and I feel like you guys will thank me later. You may. Thank you. I do my best. Be a real recording after that. You're gonna regret not having hang out for a minute, be patient. I've been covering protests for months, and know where the places to stand. You can chill. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys read that Ted Wheeler, the mayor, was down here a few days ago, and he got gassed. He was met with a lot of disdain. People weren't too happy to see him. Oh, wow. He just... I don't know if you guys saw that, but he just hit that Roman candle dead on into the murder hole. The fireworks were used a lot over the weekend. They used the bigger mortars on the federal authorities, and it definitely affected them. You know, fire is hot. I'll have you know. Plus, like, that's allowed to fly. Weird experience being out here. Not clear on the shootings. Alright, so still waiting for the feds to make their appearance. There was a wizard shooting stuff. You seen the guy dancing yesterday in a cloud of CS gas. You gotta admire that. I mean, that's what they usually do. You know, they do a show for us at the front, and then they stack up on either side of this street, like a few blocks down, and then they just move forward. It's a little death march. So I mean, the main federal intervention that we had was when there was a guy just wearing boxers who hopped the fence, started grabbing a bunch of traffic cones, and then the feds busted out, tackled him, and then just dragged him into the courthouse. There they are. Alright, so there's another dispersal running. Man, I'm tired every night. I'm worried you guys haven't been able to hear me. We came to cover Portland because these streamers that have been out here every day, this takes a toll, you know, and being out here at odd hours of the night, like experiencing the stuff that the streamers do, and we wanted to make sure that us could still be on the ground. People need a break sometimes. That's fair. This is a pretty volatile situation. Anyway, I'm honestly expecting them to come from one of the adjacent blocks. Ah, my nose itches. So I do my best to catch up on your comments. Ahmeda Media was here last week as well. So I mean, we've seen it a bit. Over this past week, like the standoffs were at the federal building 2 blocks up on the opposite side of the Justice Center, which is the building next to this one. But now we move to the courthouse, and this is where everything's been happening. This fence didn't even go up until I can't even remember what day. Everything blends together. So we just got a warning again from the Federal Protection Service. I'm sure you guys heard me talk about they're actually they're border patrol. You'll see board tap patches on the shoulders. What that is border patrol tactical unit. It's their SWAT team, essentially. So, we also saw the raid prevention squad yesterday. As I said, we're going to hang out here. Not a single Christian here. There was a guy yesterday that had a truck that said free Bibles. Wearing a shirt that said free Bibles. As I said yesterday, it was mainly the raid prevention squad that had come to try to disperse. They used a lot of flashbangs and smoke grenades. And a few other things we hadn't seen before. Weird incendiary devices that like split up into small little plates that were burning hot. In like multiple directions. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. I don't know what it was. It might have been little mini canisters of CS gas. It probably is almost go time though. I think we gotta have that. As I said, it's a little fishy. Thank you, Canada. And to those that have donated to support us, we thank you. Thanks for keeping us afloat. Thanks for keeping us in Portland. So sorry for drifting around. So So some fireworks being thrown. So far, I just see some CS gas and the pepper bulb that they use. Looks like they're moving back. There's a CS gas canister right there. Couple CS gas canisters. They use the leaf blowers to blow the CS gas away. And the way the wind is right now anyways, I mean the CS gas is blowing back towards the federal building. That's why it's kind of like a, I wouldn't say it's that great of a weapon, because it kind of depends on weather conditions. Still a lot of people here. Most people are not here. And CS gas reminds me of the good old days of basic training. Definitely a higher grade rather than the police years. Especially the CS gas experience in Denver. And you probably can't hear me, I'm just realizing. My bad. So, as I said, it's just kind of a cycle of this, you know? I mean, we hang around, we do a little show of force, and then they leave. And then we just do it over again. I know. Sorry, it's loud as hell. My bad. I don't know who that is. Anyway, so for those of you just joining us, the feds just did a little sweep. They put this fire out that the protesters had started. They came out, guns blazing with pepper balls, a little bit of CS gas, maybe like 4 or 5 canisters, and that's about all I saw. In this engagement, as I said, every night basically ends with the officers stacking on either side of the block you see to my right and my left. Right, ribs still cooking. Somebody brought up a good fact. So if you come out here and like you put your hand on this, for example, like the top of the fence, you can see there's that dust, and a lot of it's settled CS gas. So it got me thinking, like, this food is sitting out here, so like, are we cooking ribs and CS gas? I don't know, but here's the development. So, we're sure to see them in another few minutes. Yeah, I mean, I'm a sarcastic person, and I like to think I'm funny, but I'm actually not. So, this is just something you're gonna have to put up with. Anyway, thanks for showing up to support Off Meta Media. We try to be your eyes and ears on the ground, show you what's going on. And for those of you who donated, thank you. We put a lot of hard work into making this happen. So if you can get $10, $5, 50 cents, we appreciate it. We can stay out here, we can go other places. Also, just type F, the letter F in chat if you're going to vote for Kanye. We're just trying to do a little bit of a push. So if you don't mind helping us out with that at the very least, that'd be sick.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's not
Anyway, still a lot of people here. Yeah, so the concrete that I'm standing on right now, this is a new addition. They put that up this morning, and yeah, you bring up a good point. I mean, people have already hopped the fence and hopped back multiple times because of this. Kanye West is running for president, so we're just trying to be a little cool, you know? I've yet to see anybody come up with any proof that George Soros has funded any protesters. I mean, wouldn't there be some kind of paper trail? Because these protests have been happening all over the country, right? That's a lot of people to pay. Like, where are they cashing their checks? 7-Eleven? You guys say they don't have jobs, so I don't know if they have a bank account or not. Fast cash? I don't know. There's got to be some type of paper trail, right? Just food for thought. So, anyway, there's a small fire going on. What did Kanye say about Harriet Tubman? I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I watched those videos. But mind you, we're not the only streamers out here. You know, there's plenty. There's people that are just showing up. So anyway, that's one of the murder wells. Yeah. So, I'm sure they'll come join us any minute now. So here's the wall. I think the wall of moms is on the other side. Maybe I'll walk over there and check it out. I need to reseat my mask anyway. Back over there real quick.
Let's go home! Let's go home! Let's go home! Let's go home! Let's go home!
I'm sure we have a minute or two. Make sure you follow Off Meta Media so you can see when we go live. Alright, so the little moms wear the yellow shirts over here. They're yelling at some of the FPSs on the roof up there.
Stand up now. Looks like them and us decided Monday was their day off.
C Company.
Alright, so thanks for joining us. We're in Portland, Oregon. We are downtown. What time is it? It's 11:50. We're coming up on midnight. This is usually around the time that the feds make an appearance. That's a firework out. There's been a little bit of intervention so far, a couple different warnings. A few different fires started. They came out a few minutes ago to put a fire out. Used some pepper balls, a little bit of CS gas. Then they went back inside. Now they gave us another warning. So I assume they're gonna show up here in a second. I'm going to. Crisis actors. Feels bad, man. Anyway, thanks for showing up. Support our stream. You guys can watch my video from Saturday when there was a conflict with the feds, and I was taking cover, but I had my gimbal and my camera out filming, and a 40 millimeter rubber bullet hit my phone dead on and broke my gimbal, and my phone went flying. I checked my phone today, and there's a huge circle where the rubber bullet hit, and the entire glass was cracked in the back. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was impressed. Like, it was just a perfect circle. And my phone was 6 inches from my face, so I feel like that could have ended terribly. So I guess I'll write it off as luck. So yeah, this is the federal courthouse. More specifically, we've been dealing with the Federal Protective Service, and to get even more specific, the Border Patrol, their WARTAC team.
I just overhearing what you're saying. Homeland Security also.
Oh yeah, that's the upper branch of the Zero umbrella. I saw the hate prevention squad yesterday. I haven't been out here yet, so I was just curious as to, what are your thoughts? Have you been out here the past few nights?
Not last night, but yeah, we've been out here a lot.
Yeah, I was out here last night. What are your thoughts on like the way the tactics have progressed? Like, do you think they've gotten worse?
Yeah,
Better?
they're getting more violent. They're definitely, you know, they're punching people in the face now. They're coming out, they're tattling people more. They started using the DM gas, which makes you throw up, and your mask probably won't protect you from it.
DM?
DM, yeah.
DM gas.
It's like a green gas. It'll make you throw up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they've been using like 5 different types of poison gas, and I mean, fuck, they've been coming out stronger and stronger every night. It's fucking hardcore.
Well, yeah, I mean, we just found an article this morning that they're dispatching 100 more.
I think some of it's probably to relieve the people that are already here. Because I imagine, I mean, they gotta be tired, you know? They're trying to relieve some of the people, I think, but yeah, they're gonna send more and more and more. I don't really know what'll stop them.
It was crazy because on Friday there was like over 10,000 people here.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I see maybe 1,000 to 2,000.
Well, Saturday was huge too.
Yeah, it was.
It'll be like that. So like all week it'll probably be less people, and then come weekend it'll ramp up again. And like if they keep doing this, we're not going to stop coming out here. So.
Well, I also noticed that if mainstream media does a news cycle, then this place gets filled again.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then people will stop paying attention. It'll die down.
Yeah. I think it's also, you know, everyone's got jobs and shit to go to. Like, I go to work and then I come here after work, and like I'm exhausted at work every day because I'm just staying up all night out here. But I mean, I think it's the weekends are the big time.
Are you guys being paid by George Soros?
No, absolutely not. No, I'm a fucking artist. I paint paintings for a living.
What kind of art do you do?
I mean, I'm a tattooer and a painter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I never even fucking fucked with George Soros ever. No, I'm out here just to fucking show my support, and I'm fucking pissed off that this neighborhood is getting gassed every day. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was just talking to my viewers about how when I came back Sunday morning, like, the gas was still, or Sunday afternoon, I mean, it was on everything. You still couldn't walk through the park.
Yeah.
It just sits and saturates.
It's like, it's on our clothes every day. Like, I get home and it's like in my living room and shit. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's really hardcore. No, I mean, I would say most of these motherfuckers out here are normal ass people. Like, I've been talking to war veterans and moms and old people and like guys in wheelchairs and like, I mean, I don't know if there's anyone that's less a terrorist than like a war veteran in a wheelchair. But
that is true. But stranger things have happened.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, 2020 in general is just the strangest thing that happened.
I mean, this is pretty fucking out of control. I can't believe I have to witness this and be here for this.
Yeah, well, what a time.
Yeah. What a,
you know?
It's tough.
What are your thoughts on Kanye running for president?
Oh, he stopped running. Fuck Kanye. He's not running anymore though.
Oh, he quit after that comment?
It was like one day or something. He didn't last very long. He couldn't take the heat. Also, I mean, I don't know. What is he gonna do? Send a bunch of guys in grills out here?
Yeah. Guys in grills. Alright, well, stay safe.
Yeah, you too. Be very safe. Be aware of that green gas.
Beware of the green.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes yet, but I just heard rumors, and I do know that the feds are using some very strong gas. Like, I was like 2 blocks away and thought I was safe. That's what sucks from it.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're going to step back for a sec.
Alright. So it's been a few minutes since they made an announcement. Usually when they wait this long, they're forming up somewhere else. You can see some movement in the motor holes over here.
What's your name, bud? Off made media. Yeah, although I'm Cassidy.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for showing up to support the stream, everyone. We appreciate you. Thank you for the donations. You keep us out here. You got your eyes and ears on the ground. I think that's what they're saying. But yeah, I read that same report about more feds being dispatched. So I feel like that's highly likely, especially considering we saw that new agency yesterday. Different tactics being used. And I mean, he brought up an interesting point about the fact that we're seeing the same people here every night, the feds specifically. This circle looks familiar. Oh yes, the United Nations also acknowledged this. You know, and I mean, told the feds to stop. You know, when you have the United Nations, the peacekeepers come in and tell you to stop acting a certain way, I feel like there might be an issue. Yeah, they have the IRAD on top of one of the squad cars. That's what they use to make their announcements most of the time. Thank you, friends. So, I don't know if you can see that. I mean, authority or not, just the fact that there's been acknowledgement from them says something. Sorry about that focus. I try not to associate with Apple products, so I do not have Apple Pay. Because this is where the Department of Homeland Security comes out from. This store right here. They made a few appearances already tonight. Also, if you guys don't mind, try to subscribe to our YouTube so we can stream from there rather than Facebook. I feel like I like the other spot better. Should I go back or stay here? It's one or the other. The blessing guy? I saw. Well, either way, you're supporting us by showing up and watching, so we appreciate it. You're the real MVP. Stalin isn't progressive enough. So also, FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, deemed that this area over. Yeah, I'm trying my best as far as the audio commentary goes. Sorry, it's loud and I'm wearing a mask, so yeah. Anyways, this area is deemed a no-fly zone due to special security reasons, but unmanned aerial surveillance is permitted by the government, so there's obviously drones above, probably gauging the situation. Plus, there's plenty of cameras around the courthouse. They installed some new ones today. Yeah, there's normally glass doorways to this building. The whole thing's been covered in plastic. Plastic. I've been out here too long. Wood. I was close, kind of. Yeah, so we do the best we can with what we got. After my phone got shot up on Saturday, we had some technical issues today. But this is what we got to work with. On the plus side, we do have 5G. So that's nice. underground homeless drug den. So anyway, with the past few months, we've always seen them flanked from either side of the street in a straight line formation. While they usually have some other federal officers come out the doors, basically as a distraction, so they can form up. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do this time. Obviously the fence is really reinforced. It's not coming down. It did come down on Saturday, and that was pretty rough over there. So you see this park behind us. Well, what had happened was when the fence went down, the federal officers kind of corralled everybody into that park to try to get them dispersed. And I was in that group, and I was trying to disperse, but everybody got caught on like the benches, the trees, all the other objects that are in there. So it was kind of like everybody was trying to crawl over each other while we were getting lit up with rubber bullets and pepper balls and CS gas, and I took some shotgun rubber buckshot to my shoulder. So you couldn't even follow the orders to disperse. Everybody just got stuck in the park. So that was probably my least favorite experience of this trip so far. But I mean, there's still time. There's always time. I'm really expecting to see them behind us any minute. The protesters don't really tend very well. Saturday was definitely rough. Probably comparable to some of the first days in Denver. Saturday was just brutal in general. Yeah, and I mean, the CS gas has a reach of a few blocks too, you know? I truly don't know what that was. I'm not sure what side that was from. It sounded like a flashbang. Oh, yep, another flashbang now. Okay. Yeah, so they're about to move out. Well, actually, I'm not even sure right now. That was a loud melodic though, if it was. You might be right though.
Shaking in the booth now.
Is that a Marlboro?
What's that?
Is that a Marlboro?
No, it looked like it was some sort of like homemade.
I guess it's a tripod.
Okay. Yeah.
It's bigger than one is.
Oh, they got pipe bombs sent out shit.
I mean, what's
So, after that, I expect things to get heated in a second. I almost just ate it. Oh. That would have been terrible. They're gonna come out swinging for sure. I mean, I have a pretty good idea of how to gauge this stuff. Oh, somebody just jumped over the fence and grabbed something. Holding on, protester 0. Hi, Tina. So the fire's still burning over there. That was loud though. I'm not really sure what that was. Trees? Well, so here's the thing. Since they use some type of, I don't know if you want to call them an explosive or a device of that type, they're going to take that as a higher level of threat. Therefore, I'm sure they'll probably have more live ammunition. They're going to have more people. So I expect a pretty big show of force because of that. Also, we're off Meta Media. Just follow our lives. You'll get an update when we go live. And Freight Broker, we know you're restreaming us, so that's cool. This stream's coming directly from Off Meta Media, so if you actually want to support independent media instead of people who steal other people's streams and rebrand them as their own and get donations that way, that would be super cool, because we put a lot of work into this. So we need all the support that we can get. So that's facebook.com/OM independent. So just give us a follow. The original is much better, I promise. So we are in Portland, Oregon. This is downtown outside the federal courthouse. We've had multiple warnings from the FPS to disperse. It's 12:20 about. Well, I really, just from a recording standpoint, I really like this class. Actually, I might go to the other side. Back to the other side.
That's your name, dog! Won't go and kill this dog! Cause I'm the only motherfucking one! I'm right here! I don't see nobody moving! Puppet up today. Here you go, man. Hey, so look like the girl. You got to disrespect me. Yeah.
So really, we're just waiting. The pepper balls. Bursting on the fence. I don't know. That's nice. I'm not sure what that ringing is. That's tapped out. Now we're going to use that. Yeah. Probably a combination of a smoke grenade and blast. It's just a rinse and repeat. You can just keep making these brief appearances and it doesn't seem like that really accomplish anything because people just disperse. They throw the CS gas canisters back out from the side, and then they have the leaflet. So, I don't think that did much to de-escalate the situation. I'm sure we'll see them again in a few minutes. I also really think they're farming up a couple blocks behind us. Also, please, there's a few squad cars that just zoom past. Also, there's one or two people restreaming our feed and then asking for donations. So if you're watching a feed that isn't off meta, we'd appreciate it going on. Come on in, the gas is spicy. The original's always the best, right? Facebook.com/OM Independent, and you can find our stream on there. Thank you. Still a pretty big group, you know. I mean, as I said, the royal moms are right here still. As far as that rigging goes, I've not heard that before. I couldn't even really gauge where it came from. Out on this side now. For those of you just joining us, this is Portland. We're outside the federal courthouse. There was a brief conflict with the protesters and DHS. They fired some CS gas rounds, barrage of pepper balls, popped the smoke, then they retreated back into the building. And this is like the third time that they've done this, I think. There's been some small fires, some random shootings of munitions out of the murder holes that are on the side of the federal building. But not really much of an effect on the protesters. There's still a huge group of people here. Thanks for joining us. Also, to those of you who just donated, we appreciate it. You're the reason we can keep doing this. We're your eyes and ears on the ground. You want to come up? water. Real quick.
Right, yeah.
That takes a terrible time to drink water. inside. My earplugs are out, so that was a little loud. Held up the fence for a little while, then we just went back in again. I really don't see this working for them on the commercial side. Alright, so I'm sure we're about to see him again in a second. Sorry, I had to seal my mask again. Keep having issues with that. $54 is kind of a lot. And thanks for showing up and supporting the stream. I'm gonna get back over here. Oh, some people have climbed the fence. One guy earlier climbed the fence just wearing boxer shorts and nothing else. Started grabbing traffic cones, and then the Fed stormed out of the door right there and tackled him and dragged him back into the courthouse right here. So that was interesting to see. They gave 2 more warnings to disperse. Said crowd control munitions are going to be used. And disperse. I've seen a lot of squad car movement on the blocks adjacent to us. And I mean, the constant for the past few nights is they'll form up on either side and they'll flank us and then disperse the protesters down different streets. And in turn, a lot of people end up actually leaving after that. So we'll see what happens tonight. No Portland Police Department intervention. Our friend the trumpet player's out again. Make sure to follow Off Meta Media so you guys can see when we go live. We rely on your donations to stay afloat. So we appreciate anything you can give us to keep us afloat. Marbles. It's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, mainstream media has been spinning this in all types of directions. I mean, that's why I felt it was important to get out here in the first place, you know. I was watching live streams when the first days in Minneapolis were happening, and what I was watching on the ground was way different than what mainstream media was portraying. Anyway, yeah, this is Portland. This is the federal courthouse. I mean, not really. There was a Lewin activity last night as well. And then eventually they just ended up coming from both sides of the street. But last night they were also targeting specific people to apprehend. There were like they came out focused on 3 or 4 specific people. There were 2 females that were tackled yesterday. I got that on video. We can go and see that. They used 4 officers per person to detain them. And then I think I saw 3 or 4 other individuals taken away and put in the van. There were more arrests last night by the feds than I had seen previously. But I mean, you know, they got surveillance and eyes everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. There's drones. There's people on the roof. The feds have access to MVGs, which are night vision goggles. I mean, they have ample opportunity to surveil specific people. I mean, they're not new at this either. Yeah, I mean, they are organizing the team for that. You know, and more specifically, like Blue Tack is their SWAT team. Their SWAT team. So, obviously, they're going to be well versed in tactics. Yeah, they were target arresting for sure. Alright, so there's a group of police in the street, I believe. Just like I said they were. When it gets quiet like that for a while, that's usually what happens. Definitely some of the protesters are. Over there as well.
Consider that a victory.
Come out again.
The battle over there.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of battles.
I don't know. I don't know if this is still big enough for them to force again. mask after this. Oh yeah. That's better.
All right, well, I mean, that was relatively peaceful compared to the last few nights. As I said, I'm not sure this group is big enough that it warrants them to do another show of force. My finger's all cut up though.
It's a little spicy with that guy. Where are you from? I'm not from here. Are you really taking us? Yeah. No, let me see.
I need to bandage my finger up, so just give me a second. I'm gonna put you guys down. Don't go anywhere. All right, 1 second. Be patient. All right. We good. Just had to clean it up a little bit. We open. Although it looks like everyone else is done for the night. I didn't realize it was already 1 morning out here. So we'll hang around for a few minutes and then I'll cut this out. So I mean, as I said, that tactic where they just disperse people across separate streets, at least a block or two, it ends up dispersing the protesters pretty well. So I'm sure they'll be out here again tomorrow. We'll be out here again tomorrow. Also, donate $5, 10, 50 cents. You're the reason we can stay out here. So anything's appreciated. Support independent media. Support my caffeine fund. You know. So back to the fence.
I understand being a soldier taking the order, but not for me.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, as far as level of aggression goes, it's been decreasing steadily since Saturday. As you guys heard me talk about, Saturday was pretty next level compared to what's going on right now. But mind you, I mean, there's a lot less people now than there was over the weekend, Monday. I don't know when my hand started bleeding. Not sure what happened there. You saw some of the feds jumping the fence too. So I kind of figured it'd work both ways. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch up to them to see if they went back into the garage of this building or go somewhere else. I think a lot of them chill at the Justice Center that's the block opposite, or I'm sorry, the federal building that's the block opposite of this Justice Center right here. We'll just take a peek around the building. But it seems like that's going to be it for the night. Either way, thanks for showing up to support our stream. I'm glad I could help you guys see what's going on the ground here. We try our best. This was where the last little spar was last night, and then that garage right there is where they retreated into, that you see on the back of the building. So the federal building is just this next block after the Justice Center right here. I remember this was where my first little interaction with the Portland Police Department was, when they did a shift change right over there. Was that last week? 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I'm just happy it was nothing like Friday or Saturday, because that was a little much. A little much. We'll see if people get reinvigorated and start to turn out here again, because that's usually what happens. Because I do know Portland was down to maybe 200 people over here. But then the Fed showed up, and then you had 10,000. So I don't know if that was a good idea on the government's part or not. So I don't know, a couple hundred people, and then we always got some people hanging out in the park, cooking food and medical supplies, all that. Some new artwork. All right, well, I'm probably gonna cut it, guys. Thanks again. I'm gonna roll out of here. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in. Subscribe, follow our YouTube. All right, have a good night, everybody.